Hello and welcome back to my channel True Crime Chronicles, where we go over true crime cases that have either been solved or unsolved. If you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe, and also don't forget to hit the notifications bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a new video. Now let's get into today's true crime video. The Dunbar Armored heist of 1997 remains one of the most audacious and lucrative cash robberies in American history. Orchestrated by a former employee, this meticulously planned heist targeted the Dunbar Armored facility in Los Angeles, California. The operation involved inside knowledge, precise timing, and an astonishing amount of stolen cash. This video delves into the intricate details and captivating story behind the Dunbar Armored heist, an audacious crime that left authorities and the public astounded. It was the largest cash robbery to have occurred in the United States until the Easter Sunday heist on March 31, 2024, which was estimated at over $30 million. On September 12, 1997, 6 men robbed the Dunbar Armored facility on Mateo Saint in downtown Los Angeles, California, of $18.9 million, equivalent to $37 million in 2024. The robbery was orchestrated by Alan Pace III of Compton, with childhood friends Eric Damon Boyd of Buena Park, Eugene Lamar Hill Jr. of Bellflower, Freddie Lynn McCrary Jr. of Arleta, Terry Wayne Brown Sr. of Los Angeles, and Thomas Lee Johnson of Las Vegas, Nevada. The robbery was masterminded by Alan Pace III, who worked for Dunbar as a regional safety inspector. While on the job, Pace had time to photograph and examine the company's Los Angeles armored car depot. The Dunbar Armored depot on Mateo Street was shutting down. This wasn't just any cash depot, it was a regional hub, a temporary holding ground for massive sums collected from banks across Southern California before redistribution. Security was tight cameras, alarms, locked gates, and strict procedures. Or so they thought. The mastermind? Alan Pace. Not some notorious thief from the outside. Pace was the Dunbar Company's very own regional safety inspector. His job? To find weaknesses in security protocols, to test defenses, to know the facility inside and out. He literally wrote the rule book on how to protect the vault, and he used that knowledge to do the exact opposite. He recruited 5 of his childhood friends, providing them with detailed floor plans and camera locations, ski masks, pistols, a shotgun, and radio headsets. The day before the robbery, Pace was fired by Dunbar for tampering with company vehicles. On the night of Friday, September 12, 1997, Pace spent months planning. He didn't need sophisticated tools. He had intimate knowledge and trust. He identified the perfect moment, a Friday night, when the vault would be stuffed with cash after a busy week. He knew the camera blind spots. He knew the guard rotations. He knew the alarm codes. He knew everything. The group of 6 assembled at a house party to establish an alibi before leaving, where Pace used his keys to gain admittance to the facility. Pace had timed the security cameras and determined how they could be avoided. Once inside, they waited within the staff cafeteria, ambushing the guards one by one as they took their lunch breaks at approximately 12:30 a.m. Pace knew that on Friday nights, the vault was left open due to the large quantities of money being moved. Rushing the 2 vault guards, the robbers managed to subdue all employees with duct tape before they could signal any alarms and did not fire a shot. In 30 minutes, the robbers had loaded $18.9 million into a waiting U-Haul truck. Pace knew which bags contained the highest denominations and non-sequential bills. He also knew where the recording devices for the security cameras were located and took them. The robbery itself was shockingly quick and quiet. They ambushed the guards as they were locking up, overpowering them. No shots fired. Using Pace's knowledge, they disabled the internal security systems. Then came the haul, a staggering $18.9 million in cash, mostly untraceable small bills. They loaded the money into a waiting U-Haul truck Pace had parked nearby. The whole operation took maybe 30 minutes. They vanished into the night, leaving the bound guards and an empty vault room. Then the group returned to the house party. Think about the audacity. 18.9 million, that's over 36 million in today's money. And they got away clean. For a while. The FBI was baffled. How did thieves bypass layers of security without a trace? No forced entry. No alarms tripped until after the robbery. It screamed inside job. But who? Initial suspicion fell on the guards, but they were cleared. The investigation seemed stalled until human nature and greed kicked in. Pace and his crew were disciplined at first. They hid the money, laying low. But you can't steal 18.9 million and live like nothing happened. Slowly, recklessly, they started spending. Lavish cars, expensive jewelry, real estate deals, way beyond their known incomes. They couldn't resist flaunting it. While the group left almost no evidence, the cops knew instantly. Only an insider could bypass Dunbar's security. Their prime suspect, Alan Pace, fired just the day before for tampering with trucks. But despite intense scrutiny, they found nothing. The depot yielded just one clue: a shattered U-Haul taillight lens, a dead end. The gang had vanished like ghosts. 18.9 million in cash is radioactive. So they waited. 6 long months, letting the heat die down. Then, they activated their secret weapon. David Matsumoto, immigration attorney for a $177,000 through his father's business. Real estate became their #1 laundry machine. They weren't just spending the money. They were rebranding their entire lives as legit businessmen. Matsumoto wasn't just laundering cash, he was laundering identities. And it almost worked, for 2 years. Until Eugene Hill got impatient with a real estate deal, the biggest break came from Eugene Lamar Hill Jr. In a moment of astonishing carelessness, Hill tried to buy real estate. He gave the broker a hefty down payment, in cash that still had the original Dunbar currency straps attached. This wasn't just suspicious, it was a direct link to the stolen money. This blunder, combined with other evidence like suspicious spending by all 6 men, phone records gave the FBI everything they needed. Hill was implicated 2 years later, when he accidentally gave a real estate broker a stack of banknotes that were still secured in their original currency straps. The broker contacted the police. Hill confessed, implicating the 5 other robbers and 3 other men who had assisted in laundering the money. Pace was sentenced to 24 years in prison in 2001. Boyd was sentenced to 17 years, and the other 4 robbers received sentences ranging from 8 to 10 years. 2 of the men who assisted in money laundering were sentenced to 2.5 years. Approximately $10 million from the 1997 Dunbar Armored robbery remains unaccounted for. Law enforcement officials recovered about $5 million in assets, but the majority of the stolen cash has never been found. The Dunbar heist is a chilling reminder. The greatest vulnerability in any security system is often the human element. It forced a rethink of internal controls in the cash logistics industry, and it begs the question, where is the other $10 million? What fascinates you most? Pace's access, Hill's blunder, the record being broken in 2024. Let me know below. If you enjoyed this true crime history, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.